Yo, what's going on, everyone? It's DLloyd. So the Los Angeles Lakers, they finally have hired the next head coach. And that guy is going to be former assistant coach of the Milwaukee Bucks, Darvin Ham, man. And I am excited. I actually think this is a solid hiring for the Los Angeles Lakers. Now, we heard reports earlier in the week that LeBron James actually wanted Ham to be the next head coach. That's who he was favoriting as the next man up. We also heard reports yesterday pretty much saying the opposite, that maybe he wasn't, too favorable of Darvin Ham. But the Lakers that interviewed him yesterday, they decided to hire him today. So they brought in a lot of coaches, a lot of candidates for the job. Darvin Ham, the former Lakers assistant, is the guy who ended up getting it. And like I said, I am excited for this hiring. Now, I want you guys to let me know in the comment section below what you guys think about it. So go ahead and give me a grade so I could kind of judge or see where everybody is where it comes to this scale. But Darvin Ham to me is a guy that a lot of players are going to respect. He is a former player himself. And he's a former player in the way where he had to earn pretty much every opportunity he got. He started his career off at the junior college level before transferring to Texas Tech. He went undrafted, had to work his way onto an NBA roster before leaving the NBA, having to work his way back to an NBA roster again, ultimately winning an NBA championship with the Detroit Pistons. Unfortunately, it came against the Lakers. But, they won that championship, Darvin Ham. He has that experience as a player. He ends up, going and starting his coaching ranks off as assistant coach down in the G League, working his way up to the Lakers, who gave him his first NBA assistant coaching position back in 2011 through 13. That helped. Then, of course, he ended up going and being a coach with the Atlanta Hawks and then the Milwaukee Bucks, where he then won another championship, this time as an assistant coach just last year with Milwaukee. So he has literally from the ground up worked his way to the position that he is in today. And I love that. And I think a lot of the players on the team will have to respect that, because you're going to have to get the players to respect you. So that is the most important part. And that's where Frank Vogel, I think, went wrong. I don't think nobody disliked Frank Vogel, and I don't think Frank Vogel was a terrible coach. Even when it comes to X's and O's, yes, he could adjust a little bit more here and there, but he was not a terrible coach. But the team just flat out gave up on him. And at the end of the day, you had to make that change, right? Even though we know he's a good coach and he should get another shot in the NBA elsewhere, when you have a veteran team at a historic level that the Lakers were last season, where everybody was a vet, right? You have to come in and garner the trust and respect of those players. Can Darvin Ham do that? I hope so. On paper, he has everything to do it. As an assistant coach, he has done that. But now he is the guy. Now, according to Adrian Wojnarowski, the important thing is it looks like he will be filling out his own coaching staff. And that is something that Frank Vogel was not able to do. So if he could do that and kind of tailor, maybe get a coach who has a strength in areas that he doesn't, is a weakness for him, that could be great. He did say that they expect the assistant coaches to have some type of experience, and notably head coaching experience. So who will be the head coaches or coach that comes down and helps Darvin Ham out? That will be very, very big, and that will be telling, especially as the Lakers now have to fill out this roster, or the coaching staff, and then have to figure out how to fill out the roster, right? You don't have draft picks, you don't have a first round pick. Then you have to go ahead and figure out, what we're going to do with Russell Westbrook. If he's going to stay on the team, do we have, a scheme, a system in place to try to, get the most out of the Lakers' current big three? Because as of right now, he's under contract, so we're going to have to treat it as if Westbrook is coming back. You have to go ahead and get the most out of it, because we haven't seen it enough to know that it doesn't work because of the injuries that the Lakers suffered. They only played, 20-something games together, but the games that we did see, it did not work. So we don't know that it's impossible to kind of get things figured out, but he has his work cut out for him. So overall, I think this is a good hire. It's a 4-year deal, which ultimately means you got about 2 years to figure this thing out. After that, you're out of there. So 4-year deal on paper, a coach, first-time head coach, but maybe he could bring some more creativity to the offenses. He is a champion at as a coach and as a player. that should garner some type of weights as well. But I think ultimately the roster construction, even though the head coach is great, we wanted the head coach, we got one. Ultimately, the roster construction is going to make or break the Lakers this upcoming season. But I'm going to go ahead and grade this hire as a B+. I would love to hear what you guys would grade it. Let me know in the comment section below. Are you a fan? Are you not a fan? I'm interested to see what you guys have to say about it, man. But that's it for this video, man. It's your boy DLloyd. I'm going to see y'all next time. Peace.